First and 10 then with five, Chicago Bears in the mix. Rapping about football, no room for politics. From the Windy City, we bring the fire. This podcast hot, raising the bar higher. Touchdown after touchdown, we never settle for less. Breaking it down with fives, we always bring our best. First and 10 with fives, dance in the crowd, cheering loud and proud. Our spirits never bow. We rep that navy, blue and orange, no room for doubt. Chicago Bears legendary, no team can knock us out.
When I'm in Chicago, always a five.
Analyzing plays, stats on full display. Hitting hard like a linebacker, making our way. Fives leading the charge, taking us to the top. Chicago Bears legacy, we can never stop.
What's going on? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Back to that regular Tuesday schedule. Episode 65, First and 10 with Foz, proudly streaming on Facebook page, Chicago Bears Fan Forever, and of course my own YouTube page, First and 10 with Foz. Make sure to go and check that out. Give me a good old like and subscribe on YouTube. We're slacking on YouTube, my friend. I'm telling you. So many people in the group. Gotta get you guys on YouTube, man. Get on that YouTube channel.
That's where it's at.
It's where it's at. Watch it anywhere. Always proudly happy to be sponsored by my favorite home away from home, Bedrock's Pizza and Craft Beer Bar in Shorewood and Romeoville.
Bedrock's Pizza, the place to be. Hard rock tunes and craft beers for the crowd is roaring, the atmosphere's hot. We'll party hard, give it all we've got. This place is our sanctuary. Shout it aloud, let the music play. Bedrock's Pizza, we're here to stay. Good times and memories never before. Under the neon lights, we're all stars.
All right, guys, we got 2 more weeks of preseason, and then we are opening up the season in style. Monday Night Football versus the Vikings. You know, Fat has to go out there and do something crazy for the tailgate. So we are starting at the crisp time of 11 a.m. on Monday, my friend. Go ahead, everyone, and get yourself a good 8 hours of tailgating in before game time starts.
And put your DVRs on.
Yeah. Dude, every time there's a primetime game and Fat does like a double time tailgate, that's where the lifetime memories are made,
Sure.
my friend.
If you can remember them, absolutely.
Lifetime memories. So we'll be out there at the lot of Harrison and Wabash at 11 a.m. $35 wristbands, which includes an open bar, food, all the beer, alcohol you can drink within that 8-hour period. So if you got the day off of work or if you're just coming right after work, be sure to head over to Harrison and Wabash because we will be there doing it up, my friends. All right, first preseason game, dude. Football's back. My buddy Maxwell's back.
Made it through?
Yeah, Rob filled it in for you last
Rob
week.
did a nice job. He looked a little too suave for my taste in this chair.
Yeah. Rob hadn't seen the setup in a while, so he came down here. He's just like, dude, what the fuck, man? He's like, this is like some serious shit. He's like, last time I saw it was like in your garage. And like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, you guys did a good job.
Yeah, no, we had a good time, man. It was a good time. Everyone had fun. No Caleb Williams starting, dude. It's been so debated about before and even after the game. I was for the play Caleb Williams 100%. Let me tell you why. You're on your third coach. You're on your third offensive coordinator. It's your sophomore year. Took 68 sacks last year, so you're not 100% comfortable in the pocket. You're in a brand new Ben Johnson offense. You got new receivers you got to start guiding with. You got a new offensive line. You can be in training camp and practice all day, dude, but those reps during a simulated game, expedition or not, dude, you're not going to get any better practice than that before the season begins. So I don't know, man. You saw a lot of the other big names quarterbacks started. Joe Burrow actually started. He hadn't started a preseason game.
Patrick Mahomes played too.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, dude. I mean, the big names are out there playing, dude. And I think that teams are noticing that when they're sitting their starters more and more during the preseason, they're coming off slower starting the regular season. I mean, I'll use the Bengals for example, dude. 0-3, 0-4. They've lost their first couple games the last couple years. They started off slow because you got to get back in that mode, man. And Caleb Williams has not had a strong training camp right now. Like if he had an MVP training camp so far and he was out there just throwing dimes and nailing it, I would say, okay, maybe understand it a little bit more, but that's not the scenario right now. He's getting yelled at. He's throwing interceptions. Ben Johnson's all over his ass, man. So I think he should have started the game, at least got in like two or three sets.
I'm not going to disagree with anything you said. Like I said, or we both said, I'll get mad now if he doesn't play, period, next game here.
He has to play the next couple games.
The only thing I could come up with is maybe they put a lot of stock into these team practices now and how hard it goes. I get what you're saying totally. No, I get you. But maybe he didn't want to start his veteran offensive lineman, the three in the middle. So if you're not going to start them, why are you going to start Caleb Williams? Now this week they all should be starting. If not this week, then week 3 they should play a full half. If we're going to go that route. But you're right. I mean, we're learning a whole new offense here again. We're doing a whole new install. You're right.
The more reps, the better.
Yeah. Now I've heard from plenty of beat reporters. I'm sure we all read the same things. These have been the most hard Bears practices they've ever seen.
Oh yeah, dude. That's actually part of like the training camp.
I mean, like a ton of live tackling. So okay, fine. If this is what your head coach believes in his first year, let's just see. I'm not mad about it, but I'm also not happy about it. Let's just see what happens here week 2 and week 3, how he decides to progress from that.
I think a big part of it is going to be the first couple games, how Caleb comes out during the regular season. You'll come back and think about.
No, I'm with you there. Now, if he doesn't, let's say he doesn't play game 2 and plays a couple snaps in game 3 and they're sluggish and they start 0-2, then I'm going to be pissed off.
Sure, of course.
But for this first week 1, I'm okay with it right now, depending on what happens here the next 2 weeks in preseason.
We're going to see, man. I'm always with the Bears. Time will tell.
Very true. Very true.
Last Thursday, Kevin Warren and George Rikaski addressed the media before this Sunday's matchup. Talked about the continued development of Arlington Heights. Apparently, the stadium's done, dude. They're saying, he said it's
the designs,
done.
Yeah.
The design's done. The blueprint's done. They're not going to obviously release any information, they said, for a little bit of time here. But they said it's done. Like they have it configured, signed off on. They know what they're going to be doing. So real interested to see that. Talked about the high hopes for the Ben Johnson organization, which I think we're all on board for having high hopes. And then old Georgie got a little emotional, started talking about the first year without Virginia being there in the booth and everything. Definitely a little breakdown. I got a little emotional too because you saw him take the moment of silence, the eyes water up. So
I'm sure it's gonna be really weird for him. I mean, could you imagine your mom's been in that booth for
your entire life?
Yeah, your entire life, adult life, and George isn't exactly 30, so. And yeah, I'm sure it's going to be extremely emotional for him all season long. I mean, I liked all the stuff he said about like how she would hate the uniforms and the patch. I think he dropped a swear word even on. So now we can swear up at House Hall.
Not at Hard Knocks, but during media interviews.
But yeah, man, I'm sure it's going to be really tough for him all year long.
Oh yeah. So what's up, Bear Down, my friend Victor? Love you, brother. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for tuning in, guys, as always. Bear down, Tones. Bear down. All right. So moving on. You just said it a little bit earlier, dude. Training camp has not been the training camp of past.
No.
So that's the most physical training camp that any of the Bears, even organization, can remember. Going back to the Dicka days, they said back to like the Chua days back in like the late 80s.
The Platteville days.
Yeah. And dude, being at training camp, man, this heat's been no joke either, dude.
No.
These players have been getting snippy. They've been getting edgy. There's been hard hits.
I don't want to take my garbage out, let alone be having a 300-pound dude's hit me.
I don't want to walk my car in the morning.
Absolutely. So I imagine after a 300-pound dude driving you into the ground for an hour, you're going to get pretty pissy.
Yeah, so it's been nasty out there. It's been nasty, but it's also kind of awesome to see, man. You hear the stories about the coaches and staff like that, the training camps like that, the hard work like that. Stereotypically, there's usually success that comes after those type of stories.
Sure.
It's nice to see the hard work that the Bears have been putting in out there. Unlike the rumors of the lazy Eberflus practices of past things of that nature.
Not correcting when his quarterback makes a mistake, not correcting him, which Caleb said is like exactly what he wants and needs. As second year player, you want your coach to be telling you.
Wants, 100% needs.
100% absolutely. Needs. But I think wasn't it yesterday that they ran like a 78 play offensive practice, all in succession. It's great to hear. Hopefully,
in the 90s, humid as fuck out there, full pads.
Needs to translate, but you definitely prefer that over the weakling coach.
That old Leahy bullshit.
Most definitely.
Yeah, a bunch of Dorns out there, bro.
I don't want the players running the practice. I want the coach, and by all accounts, the coach is running this team. So.
Hell yeah, dude. The way it's supposed to be. So getting into the Dolphins game, I'll skip right to the end before we get into the details. But dude, a fucking tie. A fucking tie. Dude, what they hand out participation trophies. Like, it's a game, man. Like, I don't care if it means something, doesn't mean something, dude. Like, finish it till one team beats the other team. I mean, that's the sport, dude. Like, there are no ties. There's no ties in life. There's no tie in games. Don't care if it counts or not. I created that Chicago Bears fan forever. Ties suck. I
did see it. That was
that
good.
Went pretty viral.
It was good.
And there were lots of comments on it.
It was good.
There was a lot of dividing comments too. There was many people like, "Come on, man, it's just preseason."
I don't care. Spring training baseball games and it ties, but regular season, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. There needs to be something found, a way to do it better.
Put in the fifth stringers and let them duke it out till someone wins the game. Give the kids some playing time.
It was 90 degrees out, dude. It was humid as balls. Let those dudes. I don't need it for preseason. I don't need it.
Not me personally going through the game. I wouldn't say that I saw huge remnants of the new Ben Johnson offense.
No.
I mean, a couple 3-and-outs to begin the game. Bajan had some good passes, had some bad passes. Offensive line had some good blocking. They had some bad blocking too. So, I mean, I wouldn't say first game out the belt I've seen a day and night difference in the Chicago Bears offense.
No, I didn't either, but you didn't have almost all of your first string guys playing. So to be, I guess, expected. The only thing I'll say to it is at least it looked like it was competently run. The plays were getting in. There wasn't a lot of pre-snap penalties or guys running around looking confused.
Correct.
So at least it looked
you could see organization.
It looked professional. We don't use that word around here.
They look like they belong in the NFL.
Yes. So, I'm with you. I couldn't point to this or that and say, wow, look at that new offense.
Sure.
This is going to be a 35-point team every game. But it looked like a team.
And again, I'm not saying Ben Johnson's going to come out and start doing his trick crazy plays.
Oh, this is going to be as real as possible. This is just to make sure we get plays in, and we get used to hearing the calls in our ear and how I'm going to call them to you, which is another reason maybe why Caleb should have played. Who better play this week then?
Yeah, dude.
Let's, because from what Beja was saying, he gets the calls in really fast. So, that's probably a good idea to get him in there just for that too, just to hand the ball off a couple times.
One thing we can always definitely count on Chicago, and that's Chicago Bears defense. And Chicago Bears defense came out strong, man. That goal line stop right at the beginning. Noah Sewell had a great game.
He looked good.
Right up the middle. All the red zone defense looked absolutely amazing. Favorite part of the game, like I told you before the show, Ben Johnson came out on the field off that goal line stop. It was like, and I was like, yes. So nice to see an emotional coach, dude. It's so nice to see a coach get fired up, like get on the field, yelling at the guys, slapping helmets, and
I'm with you.
Conversating, dude. I'm like,
get a little meatball-y. It's fine. It's football.
Is this the Bears? What do I do with my hands?
I'm with you.
So it was kind of awesome to see, man. Super happy. Santos hit a field goal at the end of the game.
Like a 57-yard field goal.
Yeah.
That thing might have been good from 70. I mean, that was a hell of a boom.
And that's very un-Santos, like for that length.
He's either got the concrete shoe on already or he's been really busting the leg while we're
like you were talking about organization on the offense, the fact that they were able to move the ball, get in the position, take the timeout, save the clock, and be able to kick that field goal.
I heard a great quote right before that play, Luther Burden getting out of bounds. He said he knew as soon as I caught the ball what I had to do, get out of bounds as fast as humanly possible. Yeah. It's great to hear from a rookie.
Yes. He looked good out there. He looked like he was doing.
He looked like he belonged.
He looked like he belonged, man. So did Colton Loveland.
Colton Loveland looked good.
Yeah, Colton Loveland looked amazing too, man. I mean, I think we're going to have some strong rookie offensive receivers out there, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too excited about preseason or anything, but yeah, absolutely. They look like they belong there, and no one looked overwhelmed.
No Bears fans should ever get excited about anything because we've been let down too much.
But the rookies didn't look like complete rookies.
It's like, is dad going to show up on Christmas this year? I don't know, man. I don't know. Mom said he was going to be there, but I don't know if dad's going to show up this year. That's being a Chicago Bears fan, man. That's being a Chicago Bears fan. Baller status, Austin Booker, dude. Kid looks amazing. We talked about him so much last year, and the sneaker pick, the hype behind him, the development saying everyone said he was going to be like Max Crosby, that he just needed to get bigger, his speed, things of that nature. And this kid comes out the first game and definitely made a mark for his name the first game, dude.
He's on the team for this year. It's nice to see. Let's hope it translates into the season. You can never have enough really good pass rushers, but he looked fast. He looked a lot stronger, to be expected from a second-year guy.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, plus, dude, with the defense being injured right now, dude, I mean, after the game, I mean, obviously Jalen Johnson's out. Kyler Gordon's had issues. Major Burns went out. Terrell Smith, our rookie defensive tackle, Oga Bombini.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
It's fun to say, but you know what I mean.
I know who you're talking about.
So, I mean, we actually had to bring in a couple other players for some depth now because of these injuries, too. Hopefully, by week one, everyone's doing good and solid.
Yeah, it could just be overly precautious, as you should be this time of the year. Anything tweaks, pull them immediately. I don't care who it is.
But yeah, man, I mean, I think overall they look decent. They look like an organized team.
Yeah,
not many penalties whatsoever at all.
Like you want to see a guy like Booker flash. You want to see guys like this take the brass ring, to quote Vince McMahon, and run with it. Be great if a guy like that pops up out of nowhere and has 7 or 8 sacks for you this year.
100%, man, 100%. Well, this week, even though it's preseason, we're playing more of an AFC juggernaut team in the Buffalo Bills. We're good to see old Trubisky back in the helm at Soldier Field. I'm sure he'll get a round of applause and a standing ovation.
Sure. I'm sure he will.
Before we talk about that game, though, I want to bring out one of my guys, Mr. Dan Klein, a Buffalo Spartan, one of the Bills super fans. Everyone, welcome to the show, Buffalo Spartan. Dan, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you for coming on, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, Dan, let's get into it, Bo. Let's get to know you, get to know the character, man. So obviously, humongous Buffalo Bills fan. Can already tell by your background. Where did it all begin for you, man? What's your earliest memory of being a Bills fan? Was it family oriented? Are you like the outcast? Are you opposite of the team for the family? What's the background?
So it's a weird story. So I had two teams growing up.
The Chicago Bears and Buffalo Bills.
No, it was the Buffalo Bills. My dad is a big Bills fan. My mom's a Steelers fan.
Ooh,
go figure.
Yeah.
But I was also a Cowboys fan due to a hometown connection.
I think everyone was it the 90s we were talking about?
It
back
was,
then?
yeah.
Oh,
I think everyone enjoyed
I had a starter jacket.
Yeah, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, Emmitt Smith. That was America's team, man. You know, I think everyone was like a little bit of a Dallas fan back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
So
mine was Daryl Johnston. He went to
there
high school local to me.
Yeah, he was a beast, dude. He was a beast for sure. Good commentator too.
Yeah. So my earliest Bills game that I ever went to was around like 87, I think.
Okay.
But the most memorable one had to be 89 against Detroit, and that one was just amazing. I got to see Barry Sanders run. I believe it was 89. Barry Sanders just running left and right, about 300 yards, only gained about 90 total. He was back and forth, running from
him
Bruce
and Peyton,
Smith.
man. Him and Peyton are the goats, in my opinion, as far as running back goes, man. So speaking of the early 90s, being a Buffalo Bills fan, there were 4 particular years during that time frame, which is a big kind of part of Bills history, my friend. So were you like an active, like full-fledged Bills fan during the Super Bowl appearances in the early 90s, or were you kind of still back and forth with the Steelers and the Cowboys and everything?
It was back and forth with the Cowboys. I remember going to the Super Bowl, the first Super Bowl against the Cowboys with my Dallas pullover on. Starter pullover. Yeah. And I left the bar with my dad's jersey over it. Needless to say that starter jacket never saw the light of day again.
Today you would kick your little self's ass today.
So I ended up, obviously becoming a Bills fan from there. Just straightforward Bills fan. So
Well, at least you were smart to hedge your bets, though, especially after 4 straight losses, to make sure you got another team just in case.
Yeah. I'm not sure my soul or my heart or any organ in my body could survive.
Yeah, I know I forget the other Bills person we had on, but did you just get numb after like two straight Super Bowl loss? Like, because I mean, just think about like in terms of like a Cubs fan. Like, I remember like you just got numb to it after a while.
The 2008 Super Bowl for the Bears has still ruined my life to today, and that was just one loss. So,
yeah, what's 4? I mean, 4 straight losses is just brutal.
Yeah.
That's almost like the 17-year drought we had.
It's almost unmathematical too. Like 1 out of 4, you got to win 1 out of 4 at least, right?
Yeah,
you think.
So with that being said, I mean, obviously Jim Kelly was the big quarterback during the time for you guys through that big Super Bowl run, but now you guys have Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen is a beast, MVP, stud, hasn't gotten into the big show yet, but is he already the best Bills quarterback in history, regardless of the Super Bowl or not?
I believe so. I believe it's only time before he does make it to the dance. And when he does, that's just going to solidify what most of Western New York knows, that he is our premier quarterback for the Bills. He is the face of the Bills organization. So
nice. So what's the greatest and the worst loss you ever dealt with? And the reason I asked both at the same time is I'm going to tell you mine watching the Bills game. And that was 3 years ago, the AFC Championship between Mahomes and Allen, where it just went into overtime. And it was the biggest shootout game I think I've ever seen. There was no defense on the field for like the whole second half, dude. It was just back and forth, Mahomes and Allen just dropping dimes and tied, and then one goes up and then tied. Then one. What was your toughest in the modern era game that you've seen, and like what was your best game you saw?
The 13-second game was, which is the game you're referring to, had to be the worst. I don't know how you play a prevent defense with 13 seconds left and just let them get a first down.
Yeah, no, completely understand that, my friend. I'd probably be in the same boat, swearing off. I mean, how do you give up a bomb at the end of the Commanders game and lose a game either? I mean, stuff that haunts you forever, man. Stuff that haunts you forever.
Yeah, and I got to say, probably my favorite one was I was Army Reserve recruiter down in North Carolina in Springville. Springfield. Smithfield, North Carolina. That's where I was. I don't even know where I was. But I was down there, North Carolina, bunch of Bills fans that just kind of migrated down there. We ended up winning. Not winning. We didn't win. The Bengals, was it Andy Dalton, got us into the playoffs after 17 years.
The Red Rocket, man. The Red Rocket.
Yep. I looked at my wife. My wife hates football, just so everybody knows. She hates football. I said, babe, we have to find a Bills bar around here somewhere. There has to be one. So I went online, looked up Bills Backyard Bar. There was one in Raleigh, which was about 45 minutes away. I said, babe, we're going there next Sunday. We're going to go watch this game.
And you're driving.
Yeah, 100%.
This is a twofer. We're going there and we're driving.
So we strolled up to this bar. She's in all Bills gear because I made her wear all Bills gear. And they're tailgating in the parking lot of the bar.
Yes, like, dude.
This is home.
I like it.
Wow.
Like, it was amazing. And just to be around other Bills fans when I was displaced from Western New York due to a military obligation was just amazing. So
Sure.
Speaking of parking lots and tables, I mean, just how wild are these tailgates?
Let's hear some Bills Mafia stories, my friend.
So I can say I've never actually seen anybody go through a table live.
Smoke and mirrors.
It's
It
all
doesn't
AI.
happen.
Yeah.
These tables
No,
are
'cause
expensive.
I
They're
know
even
people who
$40 from
have.
Walmart.
No, I know.
I know people who have gone through tables. I just wasn't there for it. And I said, I will go through a table when the Bills win the Super Bowl.
There we go.
Because if I die, it's still one before I die.
Absolutely.
Now, we were lucky enough to have the legend, the man himself, Mr. Pinto Ron, on the podcast.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the
last
ketchup and
year.
mustard.
Yeah. So,
We had him
so
on
have
ours
you
last
done a
week.
bowling ball shot, or have you covered this
Yeah,
man
that guy.
in mustard? Is the question. Have you been there
So
for any of
here's-
those things?
So here's a very funny story about that. So it was 3 years ago. I was at a Poncho's Army golf tournament
Oh, very cool.
here in
Rest in peace, Pancho.
Yep, in Springville, New York, and I'm sitting there. We're watching it's like hole 8 or something. We have to watch somebody gets a hole in one. So if they get a hole in one, they get a truck lease. So I'm sitting there with Bills Jason, Bills Vader, Pinto Ron, and myself, and we're just all watching this hole. And obviously, no one's even coming close. So we're just listening to Pinto Ron tell stories.
Which you
For
could do
like-
forever. Which would,
I
and
did.
they're
It
all
was like
awesome.
8 hours. Like I just sat there in awe. Like,
You were Indian style on the ground, staring up at him at one point. Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, all right. I was like, hey, I do have some, some what are those life checklist things that I want to do. I said one of them is I have to get over because I still haven't. Every time I come over, the bowling balls, slam packed with people. I got to do a bowling ball shot. He looks at me and he says, "I can make that happen today."
Right now, let me go to my
He goes,
trunk. Right.
Yeah,
now.
he goes, "It's in the trunk of my car right now."
Which I think it's like one of the worst alcohols. It's up there with Malort,
is.
apparently, which is whatever they're drinking out of there. I think it's like
Yeah,
a Slovakian liquor or something in some Eastern
So-
Europe.
something. I can't remember what it was. We just talked
Yeah,
to
I
him
forgot
last
the
week
name
about
of
it,
it.
and I brought it up to him, and he remembered, and he like laughed. He's like, "I've done this shot. I don't know how many times." He goes, "That's why I carry it with me."
How many times that day he probably did that shot?
No, it was only the once. I was the only one to do it that day, and I did it right in the front of the country club.
Very nice.
So, but I have yet to spray him with ketchup and mustard. I haven't done that yet.
Bucket
I
list
haven't
stuff,
done that.
man. Bucket
Yeah,
list.
bucket list.
That's
So right now in your guys' division, I mean, who do you even consider a rival at this point? Are you guys like still hardcore against like the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Jets? I mean, you guys kind of have a walkaway division, in my opinion. At least you have the last couple of years. I mean,
Yeah.
is there even like a hardcore true rivalry still today?
So it's kind of gone away, I would guess. I mean, we still have the Patriots and the Dolphins that
Sure.
kind of nip at the back of our heels, but we just don't have that rivalry that we used to have because it was a battle up till the end.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
in years past. Now it's
Now it's a
we're
runaway
walking away with
division.
it.
Yeah, you walk into the playoffs pretty much every
beginning
year.
of December, and we've already won the AFC East. So it's like, who's
Yeah,
next?
Another division
yeah. I
championship.
mean, it's become just more like Mahomes and Burrow.
Oh, dude, it was like the hardcore decade of years of Packers fans for us, man. We're like, it was just Aaron Rodgers winning nonstop, 4 or 5 game lead in the division. And then here was the Bears and the Vikings and the Lions, just like, fuck you, looking up at them every single year. We've been in a very similar situation, but that made us tighter friends with our Lions and Vikings friends now. Now we're all prospering. So, Patriots actually don't look bad this year, man. They actually did a lot of good offseason moves. So, I mean, if anyone's going to shoot for anything, I think it's them. Jets got Justin Fields starting for him this year. He already ran in a touchdown.
Yeah, they're still the Jets.
Yeah, that's the Jets, the New Jersey Jets.
Yeah. Safe to say, I think you guys got the division on lockdown again this year.
I was going to ask because I saw that we were just talking about our new stadium, but Buffalo's also put a new stadium.
Yes.
But I do love that I love that Chicago's going to be a dome, but I love that the Buffalo one's still going to be open air. It just seems like peanut butter and jelly. Like if there is a place in the winter that needs to have an open air stadium, it is Buffalo and their 90 feet of snow every year.
Yeah, how many games have been canceled or moved in Buffalo because of snowstorms in the last?
How many times have you shoveled over there?
I have yet to be on the shovel crew.
Smart move.
Well, they usually
throw
want
you
you
a
there.
20 and throw you a shovel and say, "Dig
Yeah,
us
it's
out."
like, well, it's like $20 an hour, which I mean isn't bad, but I mean
Sure.
they usually want you there while I'm at work. So do I want to give up my pay for $20
No.
and some hot dogs?
No.
And to throw out your back.
Yeah, and your back.
And have a heart attack with packing.
Yeah,
snow.
if you gave me some tickets to the game or something, because tickets are expensive.
Sure.
Yeah. So the Bills have come so close, man, in the last handful of years, man. You guys are always right there battling out at the end of the AFC playoff spots. What in your opinion is the one key factor that you guys are just missing to get you to that level, to get you to the Super Bowl, to get you a championship right now? Like, what's that missing factor that you guys just don't have yet?
Playoff defense.
Dude, defense is key, but you're also going up against some of the biggest powerhouse offenses in all the NFL. I always talk about the AFC, man. They're almost the best teams in the NFL, and the NFC is almost like a wide open door of pretty equalness. Almost anyone can get there between good defenses and good offenses. But dude, the AFC offenses, dude, especially between Cincinnati and you guys and Kansas City. It's just, dude, you're talking the three best teams in the NFL pretty much right there. And you guys are right there, all three of you battling out at the end of the year every year, except for the Bengals this last year, which was sad because talk about no defense showing up. That's a whole nother episode, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I totally agree with you, dude. You got to at least have like a top 10, top 15 defense to kind of get it all the way, and then that power off offense behind it.
I mean, we have the offensive tools. We're showing that we're putting points on the board, but when you're letting more points on the board than what you're able to score in a game. And
what about your receivers, man? Are you currently happy with your receiving staff? I know there's been some kind of controversy there, like Josh Allen just missing that like one big star receiver. You guys have kind of makeshifted a lot of people over the last couple of years. I wouldn't say there's any like standout bright star or any top paid superstar wide receiver for the Bills.
No, I'm content. I mean, we've kind of adopted the mantra that everyone eats, so we don't need a true number one. With the expectation is as a wide receiver for the Bills, you go out, you run your route. If you're open, Josh will get you the ball.
Your quarterback
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to search for that number one diva who thinks he needs the ball all the time. Stephon Diggs. If he doesn't get it, he gets mad. Now he's just getting the ball to who's ever open and making the play that's available. And that's what's making us successful.
Hell yeah, man. When do you feel that the Bills Super Bowl time is here? Is it this year? Is it next year? The next couple of years? How are you feeling about the Bills season?
I'm just like every other fan base that does, good the previous year. This is our year.
Sure.
I mean, it would be awesome. We're closing down the old Highmark Stadium, aka the Ralph, as most of us call it, this year. To leave with that place having, the Lombardi there, and then moving over to the new Highmark Stadium. They're not even changing the name. So moving it to the new Highmark would be amazing, and then hoisting the banner up in that new stadium next year would just be amazing.
Now, I've heard rumors about the new stadium. I know Maxwell was talking about it still being outside, which I think is awesome because apparently where you guys are at, everyone wanted to keep it outside because that's Bills football. But I have heard about just the cost of seats, the cost of the season tickets that they're going to be, and it's actually going to be smaller or the same size of as the current stadium.
So the current stadium, I believe, is 67,000 seats. This one is 60.
Yeah, so they're making it actually smaller, more exclusive. And dude, I've heard the prices to like be like a PSL owner for like seats are like going to be in like the $20,000 to $40,000 range.
So those are club seats.
Club
Those
seats,
are your
yeah,
club
yeah,
seats. Yep.
yeah.
So my little background on me, I work for Target as a property manager.
Sure.
And my store director, who's the store manager, he ended up buying season tickets in a Pepsi club, but it's not like club level. It's just like
Sure.
part of the end zone, kind of like, every place has it. Just like that club seating over there.
What child did he sell?
Well, so his PSLs were $5,000 a piece.
Okay, those aren't bad. That's not bad. That's
So
doable.
it's not terrible. I've seen some as low as 1,200.
Okay.
You're looking at the 400 level though.
Sure.
We're going from 300 to 400 levels because now it's more straight up and down as opposed to it being out, not out like this. So the seats are going to go more straight up.
See, this is the stuff that scares me because the Bears have built a new stadium in Arlington Heights, a suburb outside of Chicago. And, other teams and what they do always sets the precedence of the trend. And they can actually get away with saying like, oh, well, Buffalo's doing this and Buffalo's charging this. So like you start seeing the trends of what the new stadiums are, which absolutely terrifies me for a cost for the new Bears stadium of what they're going to try and do and to recoup their money and things of that nature. So let's hope it's not that high and it's just an East Coast New York thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that I don't see like crazy ticket prices because this year they're already crazy enough. I was looking at going to the home opener and I couldn't find a seat for like less than $400.
Dude, we're in the same boat as Bears fans, except we don't make it to the championship game every year, man. So, which I don't understand. Like me and my wife wanted to go to a couple regular season games, and our season ticket holders are selling all their secondary seats in like the $300 to $500 range. And it's like there is no fucking way in hell that I'm paying $1,000 for two people to go to one NFL game. Especially when you don't have a championship caliber team on the field, or at least not a proven championship.
My feelings about football together, and I know it's not fun at a fan podcast, but
that's why I always go to the tailgate, and then I go usually and watch it from the best view in the house, which is
your couch.
The couch. There ain't going to be better views. There's no line for the bathroom, and the beer is always good price. So I mean,
yeah, I used to do the same thing. I used to literally go and tailgate every game. Yeah. Every home game, but the difference is we would bring a TV with us. We would stay there and tailgate the whole game.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, there's no problem with that whatsoever either.
No. So I'm probably going to do that 2 games this year, and the rest I'll just watch from my barbecue shack out back.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. A couple of years back, like Bears tickets we used to be able to get tickets for like $150. 150, 175 range secondhand.
Well, they were also 4 and 12 then.
Well, apparently, yeah. Apparently, only middle class people can afford bad football. They go to bad football games.
I got you beat. When I came back here in 2000, I think it was the 2019 season. I came back to Western New York. I bought 12 tickets to the Bills game for $450.
Oh yeah.
In 2 seconds of seconds. I miss those days.
So do I.
How about it?
I miss good prices. We can go down a whole route of that. Dan, you have a very awesome character, man. A very cool setup. Absolutely love seeing you on game day dressed up. Buffalo Spartan. Why don't you talk a little bit more on that? I know you got your helmet there. Just kind of how you came up with the costume, your design, because I know you do a lot of work with it.
Oh, that's legit.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So how it came to be is when I moved back here, I actually ran into somebody that I was his recruiter when I was a active duty recruiter from 01 to 04 with the Army.
Okay.
And, he had gotten out.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you. And I saw he had a character. He goes by Bills Jason. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. Like that's something bigger. You can become something bigger than yourself.
Sure, yeah.
Having an identity. So I was like, that's cool. And I was sitting there trying to think of like what I was
sitting there playing Halo, and I was thinking about what can I do.
Well, this wasn't the first thought. The first thought was my favorite Bills player. I mean, if you knew any player during the draft or the drought, I should say, Fred Jackson.
Running back.
One of our staple running backs had the he had the nickname of FredX, like FedEx. So I said, man, he's Bill's Jason. Why don't I try for Freddy Krueger and be Fred Krex?
There you go.
And I was like trying, like for probably 3 months, trying to find a red and blue striped sweater. And I was going to put 22 on the back because that was Fred Jackson's number.
You need to go on Etsy and find some grandma to knit that for you right there. Looking at ISO.
So I was like, dang, I couldn't find anything. And like I said, I'm property manager at Target. It was around Halloween time frame. And it was like right after Halloween. And I was walking past the Halloween section and I saw a Spartan helmet. And I'm like, I bet that would look cool as a Bills helmet. So I painted one up, kind of looked at it, and I was like, I could come up with a moniker for that. And I thought about it, and, anybody who's played Halo knows that they're Spartan super soldiers.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be Bills specific because I wanted to support all of Buffalo. So I became Buffalo Spartan. And the hardest thing I've ever had to do is find a jersey that has 3 digits on it because most of them only go up to 2. So
you gotta find those custom
China.
Guys, man. You gotta find those custom guys in this business.
Most of them are from China. But this is my newest helmet.
No, that looks awesome, man. I love it.
So this one has lights on it as well. There they are.
Very
this
cool.
One has lights. But I have 9 helmets right now. I have a whole set. I know. I have a whole set of Halo 5 armor. I have 2 energy swords. I have the pistol.
And you custom did all Bill's colors too?
Yeah, like this is. Let me grab this. This is my.
You were supposed to be in full uniform, didn't we talk about that? I'm just joking.
I still have to repair it from the last time I wore it. Some drunk fan slapped the back, and he's got like little thruster things on the back, and he broke it. So I still got to fix that. But like. This is one of my energy swords. I have an AR, which is the assault rifle from the video game. And then I also have a battle rifle that I 3D printed that I'm working on right now.
So what's your favorite kids' reaction to this? Obviously, Halo, big video game growing up. Obviously, a lot of younger generation stuff. Like, what's been some of the reactions you gotten from some of the younger generation when they see in the full like Halo get up at the game?
So the funniest thing was the first time I ever wore it, and I was walking with my good friend Bills Vader, and a kid looked and goes, "Look, Mom, it's a stormtrooper."
Did his dad slap him and put him in the car? I'm just
He was with his mom, and she didn't know anything about video games.
What did you say?
It was probably the 3rd game that I went as Buffalo Spartan before somebody was like, "Buffalo Spartan," and I'm like, "Oh my God, somebody knows me."
That's awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Because my character came out during the COVID season. So
well, you had the mask on, so that worked out pretty well.
Yeah. but I mean, no one was going to games, so we couldn't tailgate. Sure. So it was all Facebook was, me going live was the only way that I was getting my persona out there until, the first season back. And, it was just pretty cool. Then I went to a Comic-Con here in Buffalo, and somebody actually came up to me and was like, "Halo, love it." It was the first time I didn't have to explain what 117 on my shirt meant.
I'm here with my people, and they understand me.
The coolest thing was when I was getting in, I was miking up because I wear a mic underneath it.
You know what I mean?
I was miking up, I was getting my helmet on, and a little tiny Master Chief came up to me and gave me 5. And I was just like,
that's cool.
That is awesome. This is why I do what I do. And most people don't know. When you ask for a photo, if we wear a helmet, we are smiling underneath that helmet. It doesn't show, but we are smiling ear to ear under there.
Yeah, somebody's awesome.
That's what we do it for.
Stories with kids, man, and making it such an enjoyable experience for the younger crowd going to the games and stuff like that. I mean, I remember seeing the crazy outfits and stuff when I was a kid, like Bearman or Pilgrim from the Lions, which it's so cool. I'm friends with them nowadays. I'm like, I was a kid watching you on TV. And they're like, "Shut up, Fudge. You make me feel fucking old."
Dude, I was at a game and I saw Violator when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And now, like, I was hanging out with him at the Vegas draft.
Yeah, dude. Crazy, isn't it?
I'm just like, this is surreal. Like,
Fans
like
of
12.
fans, man. Fans of fans.
Yep,
Speaking of which,
100%.
definitely love and appreciate your involvement in everything you do for ESF and things of that nature. But why don't you talk about your involvement, how you got into that, maybe some of the charitable stuff you've done over the years?
All right. So, I didn't even know what ESF was when I was just looking up super fans. Like literally, I was trying to like get my reach out there. It was all during COVID years, like I said. So I was just trying to get my reach out there. So I was like, every super fan I could find, I was friend requesting them.
Dude,
I was like, somebody's gonna say yes.
marketing, man, marketing. Yeah, cross marketing, of course.
So I got out, and then I saw that there was this elite super fans. So I was like, oh, what is this? So I got into that, and I looked into it, and I was like, cool. So, got into that, got in with Tiffany and all them, did a couple drafts with them and everything, helped with the setup and everything there. And then what I've done here locally is 3 years ago, I started a toy drive. And within my first year, I raised about I got about 200 toys to deliver to Oshai's Children's Hospital.
Cool.
So Oshai's Children's Hospital is here in Buffalo, and it actually has the Patricia Allen wing, which is named after Josh Allen's grandmother.
Aw.
So
he's doing like the whole hat series with that this year, isn't he? For like the Children's Hospital or something like that. That's very cool.
He does so much with the Children's Hospital. When I say that Josh like leads Buffalo, like he is the true embodiment of Buffalo.
Yeah, no, I've been watching the Hard Knocks episode because I like the Bills. I'm a Bills fan. Aside from being a Bears fan, they're my favorite AFC team. So I've been watching the Hard Knocks, dude, and that dude owns Buffalo. That dude is a god among gods.
Yeah. And he's genuine, and that's why people, gravitate towards him. And why people enjoy him being here is because he is a genuine person. So.
Yeah, man, definitely. Genuine guy, great athlete, dude. You guys are lucky to have him, man. Lucky to have him. Hopefully we find something close to that in Caleb Williams here soon down the road, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Yeah. It's been great talking and getting to know you, my friend. Appreciate everything you do as a super fan for your team. Everything you've done at ESF, the charity stuff, that's all fantastic, man. Keep that up, brother. And then best of luck to you and the Bills this season, man. I'll be rooting for you guys, except when you're playing the Bears.
Best of luck to you guys, and same back at you.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right, Dan. We'll see you on down the line, brother. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
All right. Good show. All right, guys. Next week we'll be discussing the outcome of the Bills and the Bears game as we prepare for week 3. Gonna have some Friday night football, the 22nd versus Kansas City. We'll be back next week prepping for that, talking about the outcome. As always, guys, I always tell you I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching, commenting, the liking, the sharing. Means the world to us. It's how we get known and how we get our word out there, and appreciate everyone who watches and contributes to the show. You guys are the absolute best. Like I said at the beginning of the show, we do appreciate any likes, any shares on Facebook. You want to invite people to the group, try and build the crowd out there as much as possible to keep this thing growing and keep us having fun doing this podcast. So be sure to like us on YouTube, and then also the Chicago Bears Forever page. Other than that, we'll be back next Tuesday then, and then we will go from there, guys. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your week. And as always, bear down, baby.
Thank you, and go Bears!
Bear down!
In the city of the Bears, where legends are born, Falls and the crew, they break the norm. Follow the highs and the lows that we ride. First and 10's the passion, so come on, let's vibe. Tune in and cheer, feel the heart and the pride. First and 10 with 4.